I'm curious to see how DeFi is going to develop on the institutional space. The adoption of that is going to be something very new. But I think the technology itself allows us to build products and ecosystems that service the institutional needs in a seamless way. Through starting from legal agreements, all the way through to bilateral credit agreements, all the way through to settlement of assets, the whole food chain. And that's going to be very, very exciting.
What do you think? What will happen with the market, with the prices, with the volatility after the institutional comes to this market? It looks like this market, it becomes
volatility
more
shrinks. There's some sort of stability.
Why? What is the idea? Why volatility goes down?
Extremely high volatility like we see today is a sign of immaturity or instability of markets.
Okay.
Small events have massive impact.
Small events have massive impact. That's the definition of this.
Exactly, right? So like, okay, FTX went down. Okay, so what? Why do I need to care about FTX going down? How many people get arrested for all sorts of fraud and different kind of things? How many companies get closed down for different kind of weird activities? Do you care?
In general, no.
Yeah. Why do we need to care here? In my eyes, that's a small event in general in life. But because crypto is such a fragile and immature and small and a newborn ecosystem, that's a big event in a crypto ecosystem.
What needs to happen in let's say, a real market to move the prices of Apple or Tesla or Coca-Cola or other companies?
Changing in terms of stocks and stuff, but let's say, okay, now it's a stock, slightly different ball game, right? Stock has actual real value company performance.
Okay.
If I come up in Apple and they throw my quarterly performance numbers and I've blown it out at the park, yes, all of a sudden the stock goes up because everyone chases my success, right?
Okay.
If I've underperformed
everybody sells
my predictions, like something you've messed up somewhere, right? I don't know. Let's see how you're gonna recover, and price starts climbing down. But crypto is slightly different, right? Let's see if you've taken trading Apple stock, you trade, I don't know, Robinhood, trading 200,
sure.
whatever. All of them have legal agreements.
So I have a question. If the Robinhood goes down, it will bankrupt.
Yeah. So why does that have to impact Tesla stock? Who cares?
From your perspective, it will not affect the market.
Absolutely
at all.
not. No, not
It
at
will
all.
affect only Robinhood.
and poor shareholders.
Interesting.
Well,
no, I agree with you. I agree. I understand the thing,
but
I
that's
didn't
how it should be, right? That's how it should be. That's what we want crypto to be like. But what do we need to do to get there, right? First and foremost, we need to break down the risk from single counterparty, which is, let's say right now, the biggest counterparty risk for crypto and biggest industry risk for crypto is Binance, right? Just one company holds custodian, institutional / retail / lending, blah, 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 the segregation of duties, Chinese walls between those, avoidance of cross functioning between different liquidity sources and directions, right? They need to be segregated, and there needs to be certain requirements similar to the FX markets. There was a good thing that crypto kind of brought to people.
Why you compare FX market with crypto market? Sorry. Why they're more similar than stocks?
Representation of value in an environment.
In an environment, you mean that in one way it's countries, in another way this is crypto.
Exactly.
I get. That's
right. You can compare it to stocks, not an issue at all. That's a slightly separate subject.
No,
That's why
no need to scale just.
Right. It's a representation of value, right? I can send Ether and you can give me something. Right? You know what Ether's value is. I know what Ether's value is. We can use that to exchange goods and services. That's why it's the best thing to compare it to.
What about you? What about your crypto investments? Do you have any crypto or do you invest
I have some. I'm a kind of person who kind of goes into a rabbit hole before making big decisions, and I need to develop a very accurate and predictable and known strategy. Because I was quite busy in developing several businesses, my investments have been more like, let's try this. So I'll come clean. I have a meme coin portfolio, a small one, but I found it amusing and funny. So
Can you explain me why the meme coins are so popular and why they're so not excited but addictable? That's why, several days ago I had a topic with one of the guys from Coin List, and I asked him, hey, what is the main narrative in crypto? He told me, meme coins.
I'm sure.
Why? Can you explain it? Because it has no value at all.
Forget about coins. Why are the memes popular? Why do people like memes? It's fun, right? It's funny, it's fun.
But finances is not a fun.
But meme coins are not finances. If you treat meme coins as finances, that's a dangerous ballgame.
No, it's a game.
If you go and buy Right, Book of Mem. In 3 days, they became.
Do you have a chance to participate in pre-sale of Book of Mem? Because I have some friends who.
Oh, fantastic! Lucky friends.
They invest 20 Solana, and then exited with $6 million. The other guys invested 1,000 and exited $1.5 million. And I have a chance to invest it. I think everyone has, because I have a special chat where we have some, I don't know how to, we call them DGMs, the guys who are very deep in crypto, and they just drop a message. I can show it to you. Hey guys, I like this name. That's all that I can say. I put the 1,000, and I was too busy skiing in the Alps that I missed this.
It's okay. There's many more to come, I'm sure.
What about you?
I went into Tone ecosystem. I found Tone ecosystem memcoins quite interesting. So I think memes is more people do something for fun. I'm using the phrases of aping in, degens aping in, right? Yeah, great. Why not? Let's have some fun. So I thought Tone ecosystem hasn't been explored properly yet, or hasn't been really developed, and it has a great opportunity because of the biggest user base of any platform. So yeah, why not?
You know what I've read, that the Tone ecosystem has a lot of users, mostly in CIS market.
Yes.
And let's say Solana and etc. They have international community.
True.
That's a big issue from my perspective about the meme coins, because when someone in Europe or in CIS market, I don't know, in Russia want to launch a meme coin, it's very hard for them to raise several hundreds of dollars because people don't trust. But when we see these guys, let's say Boba Opa or other shit coins on Solana, collected 60 millions in less than 2 days, and then showed a picture that they bought a new house in Miami, nobody cares. So I'm not sure that Tone will have a huge pump. It's my perspective because of the users, because we don't have enough money on this market to do these pumps.
I think the liquidity is there, it's just slightly differently distributed. With regards to, so it's basically Twitter versus Telegram.
Twitter versus Telegram. Twitter is much stronger.
Well, in terms of equal distribution of liquidity, I agree with you. That's very true. But I think the same people also are very active on Telegram because that's an easier, more convenient way of discussing and preparing and engaging in active conversations. As long as you have a good enough presence on Twitter, Telegram will do the job.
You told about the indexes. What do you think when the indexes like S&P or other things will come to crypto? Because we still have no solution.
Well, think of it this way, right? The ETF is already out.
Okay.
ETF is essentially a fund, right? It's a Bitcoin fund.
Yeah, Bitcoin fund. That's all.
Great. So now we're waiting the moment other funds come out. Let's say Ethereum ETF gets approved.
Okay.
I don't know, some next ETF gets approved. Then those can become
and then it will be index of different ETFs.
Exactly. Because indices, right now I'm pretty sure you can open TradingView, you can see an index, some sort of crypto index or whatever. There's a bunch of different iterations of it. Index has a value if that can be wrapped into a fund, let's say an index fund or a mutual fund or whatever the case may be, and people can participate in it, right? So that becomes a real market product that, let's say, pension funds can go to, investment funds can go to, and that takes real money from FX and reduces the portion of $7.5 trillion market a day to pump the currently at 240. You heard me right. 7.5 trillion a day.
Trillion a day. It's a forex market. It's
Correct.
The size of the forex market.
Size of forex market. What's crypto? 280 billion.
I have no idea.
What percentage of that is wash trading? God knows.
Okay. I started my trading and let's say financial life from forex market in 2009. I don't know. What about you? When you have a first contact with the market?
My first contact with the market was 2010.
From your perspective, how it changes for the last 14 years?
So basically, electronic trading became a thing. Because when I went into Forex, most like 80-90% of trading volume was voice.
What do you mean?
Voice means...
Really?
Yeah. So somebody calls like, hey, Forex. I want to buy dollar yen this size. Give me a price now.
Really?
Yes. That was the thing. Obviously, it was slightly more sophisticated than what you see in movies, but at that time. But the electronification of the market started then. Right, that was an era when there was a massive growth in electronic trading. That's when you started seeing, first went spot markets, there was electronic spot, then it went to swaps, NDFs, and so on and so forth. The most recent explosion in terms of electronic growth in foreign exchange was the non-deliverable markets like Brazil, India, and so on and so forth. Right? Electronic trading algos, latency wars, all that kind of stuff. It became a thing that it became a subject for everybody to compete against.